Your wife just told you she needs space, or maybe she's already checked out, or she told you those 6 words that gut you every single time. I love you, but I'm not in love with you. And now you're in free fall. Hey, I'm Noah Allen, and if you're watching this, you're probably sitting in the exact moment, that exact same moment, that moment where everything feels like it's slipping, where you don't know what to do next, and every move you make seems to push her further away. You've tried being nicer, you've tried giving her space, you've tried apologizing, you've done the dishes without being asked and done all of the work, but none of it worked. In fact, it might have made things worse. So now you're stuck. You're stuck between doing nothing and watching it all fall apart. Or you're doing something and being terrified it's the wrong thing. Here's what I want you to know. You're not crazy. And you're not alone. This feeling, this free fall feeling, it's real, but it doesn't have to be permanent. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to stop your marriage from free falling. Not with tricks, not with hope, but with clear strategic plan that rebuilds trust, restores connection, and pulls you both out of the spiral. So let's get into it. The free fall starts when you stop leading. Here's the truth most men miss. Your marriage didn't start free falling when she pulled away. It started free falling the moment you stopped leading. And I don't mean leading in the bossy, controlling way. I mean leading with consistency, with presence, with the kind of emotional stability that makes her feel safe. Think about it like this. Imagine you're on a plane. Everything's fine. Then suddenly you hit turbulence. The plane shakes, people panic, and everyone looks to the pilot. If the pilot is calm, steady, hands on the controls, people relax. They trust him. But if the pilot starts freaking out, looking around for answers, second-guessing every move, the plane's going down. Your marriage is the same way. She's looking to you, not because you're supposed to fix everything, but because she needs to know someone's steady, someone's not panicking, someone's still at the controls. And if you're not, she's already planning her exit. I talked to this guy last month. Let's call him Derek. Derek's a VP at a tech company. He makes great money, respected at work. Everyone looks at him for answers. But at home, total chaos. It's a very, very, very familiar story. His wife told him she wasn't happy, and instead of leading through it, Derek froze. He asked her what she wanted. She said she didn't know. So he tried everything. Flowers, the date nights, the love letters, all reactive. Remember, a reaction is actions based on emotional stimulus, all scrambling. And she pulled further away. By the time he came to me, she already moved into the guest room. Here's what I told him. You're not the pilot right now. You're a passenger. She doesn't trust passengers. So, how do you stop free falling? You take back the controls, not by forcing her to do anything, but by becoming the kind of man that she can trust again. That starts with 3 things: consistency, calm, and clarity. So let me break those down. Consistency. Consistency is the foundation. It's doing what you say you're gonna do every single time, not just once, not just when it's convenient, every time. This is what I call word backed by action. If you say you're gonna take the kids to school, you take them. If you say you're going to work out 3 times a week, you work out. If you say you're gonna be home by 6, you're home by 6. No excuses, no exceptions. Because every time you don't follow through, you're proving to her that you can't be trusted. And trust is the only thing holding this plane up right now. Calm. Calm is your emotional baseline. It's not reacting every time she tests you. It's not chasing her when she pulls away. It's not panicking when things feel hard. Calm doesn't mean that you don't care. It means you're not controlled by fear. She's watching you. She's testing you. She wants to see if you're going to freak out, beg, or fall apart. And if you do, she's gone. But if you stay calm, steady, grounded, she starts to relax. Because calm is contagious. Clarity. Clarity is knowing what you want, not what she wants, not what you think she wants, what you want. Most men in free fall have no clarity. They're just reacting, trying to make her happy, trying to guess what she needs. But here's the problem. If you don't know what you want, she can't follow you, and she needs someone to follow. Clarity sounds like this. I want to rebuild this marriage. I want to lead us through this. I want to create a home where we both feel safe again. That's it. You don't need her agreement. You just need to know where you're going and then you start walking. Now, if you're sitting there thinking, Noah, this makes sense, but I have no idea how to actually do this in my situation. Look, I get it. That's exactly why I built the heroic husband method. It's a step-by-step system that shows you exactly how to rebuild trust, restore connection, and lead your marriage out of the spiral. No guessing, no trial and error, just a clear plan. If you want help building that plan, you can go down below and get a copy of the Heroic Husband book. Inside, I break down the exact framework I use to help hundreds of men save their marriage, even when their wife was already emotionally checked out. You can grab that copy in the link, or if you're ready to move faster, you can book a free call with my team. We'll walk you through your exact situation and show you what needs to happen next. Either way, don't wait. The longer you stay in freefall, the harder it is to pull you out. Links in the description. All right, let's keep going. So here's the second thing that keeps men stuck in freefall. They're trying to fix her feelings. You can't. You're going to go crazy trying to. Let me say that again. You cannot fix her feelings. You can't logic her out of being upset. You can't convince her to feel differently. And you can't make her happy by doing more chores, buying more gifts, and saying the right things, because her feelings aren't the problem. They're the symptom. And until you address the root cause, nothing's going to change. Think about it like a house. Let's say you walk into your house one day and you notice a crack in the wall. It's a small one, right? You don't think much of it. So you patch it up. Looks good. But a week later, the crack's back. Bigger this time. So you patch it again. Then it comes back again and again. At some point, you realize the crack isn't the problem. The foundation is. Your marriage is the same way. Her distance, her coldness, her I'm not in love with you anymore. That's the crack. But the real problem is deeper. It's the foundation. And the foundation is trust. Most men don't realize it. They see the crack, they panic, and they start patching. They apologize more, they do more around the house, they try to be sweeter, nicer, more attentive, but none of that works because they're not fixing the foundation. They're just covering up the symptoms, and you can feel it. She knows you're scrambling. She knows you're reacting, and that makes her trust you less. So what's the solution? Stop trying to fix her feelings. Start fixing the foundation. And the foundation is rebuilt through three things: safety, stability, and strength. Safety is the feeling that she's not going to hurt again, that you're not going to let her down, and that you're not going to break another promise, forget another commitment, or ignore another need. Safety is created through consistency, through follow-through, through showing up day after day without being asked. It's not about grand gestures. It's about the small, daily actions that prove you're reliable again. Stability. Stability is your emotional baseline. It's not being reactive. It's not being needy. It's not being desperate for her approval. Stability is knowing who you are, what you want, and where you're going, regardless of how she feels about it. When you're stable, she can relax because she's not worried about you falling apart every time things get hard. And we call those troughs, okay? Those are actually where the real work. Those are where you want to be. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but I tell all my clients this: you want troughs. That's where it is really felt, all the work that you're doing. And strength is your ability to lead through chaos. It's holding the line when she tests you. It's staying calm when she's not. It's knowing that the marriage is worth fighting for, even when she's not sure yet. Strength isn't about being hard. It's about being unshakable. Here's the key. When you rebuild a foundation, her feelings start to shift. Not because you forced them, but because the environment changed. She feels safer. She feels more stable. And slowly, trust starts to come back. Here's the third thing that stops men from pulling out of freefall. They're waiting for her to say, okay, I'm ready to work on this. Or, okay, I've believed you changed. Or, okay, I'll give you another chance. And while they're waiting, the marriage keeps falling. Here's the truth. You don't need her permission to lead. You don't need her buy-in to start rebuilding. You don't need her to believe in you before you start leading the recovery. You just need to start. Think about it like this. Imagine you're the captain of the ship. The ship hits a storm. Waves are crashing. Everyone's panicking and the crew looks to you. But instead of taking the wheel, you turn to them and say, what do you think we should do? They're going to lose confidence in you immediately because they don't want a captain who asks for permission. They want a captain who leads. Your marriage is the same way. She doesn't want you to ask if you can lead. She wants you to lead. And here's the crazy part. Even if she says that she doesn't want you to, even if she says she's done, even if she says she needs space, deep down, she's still watching. She's still testing. She's still hoping you'll figure it out. So, what does leading the recovery look like? It looks like 3 things: taking ownership, setting the tone, and moving forward regardless. Now, when it comes to taking ownership means you stop blaming. You stop pointing fingers. You stop saying, well, if she hadn't done XYZ, I wouldn't be doing ABC. You own your part, all of it. Not because everything's your fault, but because you're the leader. And leaders take responsibility. When you take ownership, you stop being a victim. You stop being powerless, and you start being someone she can respect again. Then when it comes to setting the tone, really, setting the tone matters, and it means that you decide how this marriage is going to feel. Not her, you. If you want peace, you bring peace. If you want connection, you create connection. If you want stability, you become stable. You don't wait for her to set the tone. You set it, you're the man, you lead, and you hold it. Even when she's not matching your energy, even when she's cold, distant, or shut down, you hold the tone, because that's what leaders do. Now, when it comes to moving forward regardless, that really means that you don't wait for her to believe in you. You start leading now, you start rebuilding now, you start showing up now. Not because you're guaranteed it's going to work, but because waiting guarantees it won't. Here's what most men don't realize. She's not looking for perfection, okay? She's looking for direction. She's looking for a man who knows where he's going, who's steady, who's consistent, who's not falling apart every time she pulls away. And when you become that man, she starts to follow. Not because you forced her, but because you gave her something worth following. All right, let's bring this home. If your marriage is in free fall right now, here's what you need to remember. 1, the free fall starts when you stop leading. Take back control, become consistent, calm, and clear. 2, stop trying to fix her feelings, rebuild foundation instead. Safety, stability, and strength. 3, lead the recovery. Don't wait for permission. Take ownership, set the tone, and move forward regardless. This isn't easy, but it works. I've seen it work for hundreds of men. Men who were told it was too late. Men whose wives had already moved out. Men who were days away from signing divorce papers. And they turned it around. Not with hope, not with luck, but with plan. Here's the thing that they say. They say a naive man looks at someone who gets results and go, he's lucky. They say the smart man, the most influential and the most successful people, when they see other people get results, they go, there must be a strategy. See the difference? If you want that plan, I want to help you build it. Like I said earlier, you can go get a copy of our Heroic Husband book. That link is in the description below. Inside, I break down the exact system I've used to help men rebuild trust, restore connection, and save their marriage, even when it feels impossible. Or if you're ready to move faster, you can book a free call with my team. We'll walk you through your exact situation and show you what needs to happen next. No pressure, no pitch, just clarity. Links in the description. Don't wait. The longer that you stay in free fall, the harder it is to pull you out. Let's stop that free fall. Let's rebuild that foundation, and let's lead this marriage back to solid ground. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.